Hey everybody, welcome to another entry in the Hyrule Compendium. It's been a minute, but we're back because we're here to talk about if we expect to see Zelda in 2019.
2018 was a bit of a down year, I think, for Zelda.
Sort of.
Yes. There was a release, though.
There was a release. Pure release-wise, you could say, sort of a disappointing release.
For those who don't remember,
Yeah.
earlier this year we got Hyrule Warriors, the Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
This actually marks 6 years in a row where there has been something with The Legend of Zelda. They've been pretty steady. Now, some of this has been Hyrule Warriors release after release after release, since there have been 3 variants of it at this point.
That's fair, yeah.
But, just going back through some history, A Link Between Worlds, 2013, along with Wind Waker HD. 2014, Hyrule Warriors. 2015, we had Majora's Mask 3D, Triforce Heroes. 2016, Twilight Princess HD, Hyrule Warriors Legends. 2017, we got this game called Breath of the Wild. It's just like this. I played that one. It's like a small mini game, nothing major. And then this year,
check that one out.
Yeah, this year we got Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
Yeah. Well, we also got, it wasn't released in that year, but in December we had that Champions Ballad release. Yeah. Which I think a lot of people were probably, that carried over into the year. But it was more of a, no offense to Hyrule Warriors, but it's kind of a filler year.
Yes.
Which some of the years are. It's like, it's, Majora's Mask like 3D is, it's cool, it's great, I love it, but it's, it's not a new Zelda game that people are excited about. So,
but I feel that Zelda fans have now gotten accustomed to having something every year.
Yeah, even if it's that small thing to like hold you over.
Yeah, or if it's a remake, an HD remake, a 3D remake, whatnot. The last year we've had nothing was 2012, but that comes immediately after the monster 2011, where we had both Ocarina 3D and Skyward Sword.
So they doubled up,
Yes.
they covered it.
So with 2018 being light, does that mean 2019 is going to be heavy?
I don't think heavy, because I think if it was going to be heavy, like a heavy hitter game we're talking about, I think we would already know about it. Didn't you feel similarly? Well,
looking back at recent Zelda games, outside of Breath of the Wild, the vast majority of the games that have come out, even A Link Between Worlds, they didn't have this massive, like, coming soon, like some cases years before. In a few cases, like some of the HD and 3D remakes, they were announced just months before they actually released. I recall Majora's Mask in particular. I think it got announced in November, came out in January.
Sure.
It was like rapid fire once it was announced.
I could see something like that, but I in terms of like the follow up to Breath of the Wild, I think that's probably off the table.
I don't think we're gonna see something like with Breath of the Wild. I mean, that was announced God knows how many years ago at this point. 2014 maybe, and it came out in 2017.
Yeah.
There is no way I see them announcing a game that's more than 2 years away. Yeah. I don't think they're going to do that anymore. Not in this day and age. I don't think that works.
Yeah. Well, for a game like that, I would say I could expect them to be like, we have the next big follow-up to Breath of the Wild coming next year. 2020.
I think... I don't think we're going to see that Breath of the Wild full-blown follow-up in 2019. Are you in agreement on that one?
Yes.
I feel they could totally release it in 2020, but it could be one of those, it's an E3 announcement and it comes out that year. Like, I could see it like a 4-month window of announcement to release.
Okay.
I truly think that, actually. I think Nintendo has tried to move away from the multi-year announcement, where they're not, they're announcing stuff only coming within that calendar year or that fiscal year.
That year, okay. I'd be surprised. I don't think they're gonna announce something that's years and years away, but I'd say they at least give it a year to promote it. So we could touch on the rumors that were going both in the beginning of this year and the end, because in the beginning of the year we had, they're gonna announce some sort of Link's Awakening follow-up, or a re-release, something like that. I think something like that is still on the table. I don't know if those rumors were ever substantiated, but kind of like you mentioned with A Link Between Worlds, like that's something I could totally see them being like, we're announcing it and it's coming out in 4 months, you know?
Right. Yeah. I remember even when A Link Between Worlds was announced, there was hints of like some sort of a Link to the Past remake or sequel or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got, so it's like they planted the seed, maybe to gauge what reaction was, or it was probably the game was already in development at that point.
Yeah.
But then they just announced it, and it came out 8 months later or whatever it was.
Yeah. Maybe there was something to that rumor, and it's just like they weren't ready to show it, or something like that. But
so maybe they planted the seed with Link's Awakening, and then they're gonna hit us. But there was no reason to make any sort of announcements in the fall or even in the early winter. Mm-hmm. With the lineup they had with Let's Go Pikachu and with Super Smash Brothers. There's no reason to talk about what's coming 8 months from now.
Yeah, now they can start to 2019 mode, basically.
Yeah.
Another one, there was, the big hubbub of Skyward Sword HD, something like that. That also seems like, not just that game specifically, but maybe another re-release of a game. Like, that seems like something that this could be a year for that.
Apparently that's what we're asking for, says E.G. Anuma.
Is that what we're asking for?
Did he say I know what you're thinking? I know what you're asking about?
It is a toss-up for me between the two of those.
Yeah.
Like, they both seem like things they've gotten comfortable with doing.
I don't think they're going to do a Link's Awakening remake.
No. But for that, I would like a Link Between Worlds kind of follow-up again.
I could see them doing a sequel in the style.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, like Link's Awakening, a direct sequel to A Link Between Worlds, where it's like a similar take on that, where you're on a new island, it's weird, it's a bit weirder, but it's the Link from that game,
Can you imagine them revisiting a dream world of Koholint Island?
Yes, yeah, I don't know if they would specifically do that, but I see them doing something like that.
Would you like to see Koholint Island in a 3D?
No. Personally, no, because I like how special that is, and it was like a specific dream for that Link. That feels like one of those. It's like a movie that doesn't need a sequel. You know what I mean? Like, where it's like, that was good for how it was. I don't need to see that world return to.
Okay.
Now I wouldn't mind if they just did, a reference to it. It's a new island, a new thing like that. But we don't. There's nothing more to be gained, I think, from exploring that island.
Okay. Because
it was a personal thing for that Link,
Right.
It's kind of a dream he had,
So as much as I'd like to see them revisit Tail Cave.
Well, you could do a new Tail Cave, that's fine.
Tail Cave 2.
Tail Cave 2. Back in action. I don't know about that, but I can totally see them just doing a Link to the Awakening, some play off of that game.
I think that's coming. I really do. I feel it's been 2019 will be 6 years since A Link Between Worlds. So I feel it's time for another new adventure that's not just a remake, even if it's only like a semi-new, whatever whatever you think A Link Between Worlds was, but that kind of game. We're due for a new Zelda game. It
checks a lot of boxes in that you can give people a new game, but you also have the engine and you could reuse a lot of stuff from A Link Between Worlds if you wanted to go that way. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you can give people a new game.
Yeah.
And not just remake a game.
And I think we both agree we're talking a Nintendo Switch title, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I think the Nintendo has moved on from the 3DS, so I don't think we'll be getting anything else there.
Well, they've been doing a lot of hey, we brought this old game back to 3DS. Like, oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion remake 3DS. That's something I could see happening too, where it's yeah, we still want to put something on 3DS for people who are on the budget families,
Yeah.
But we're not gonna invest a bunch of resources into it.
If they do a game that's in the scope of what A Link Between Worlds was, I could actually see them being a dual release. You can play it on your Switch, but it's also available for 3DS. My prediction, 2019, I think we're going to get Skyward Sword, but I don't think it's coming in 2019. I think that's going to be a big makeover when they eventually get to that.
Okay.
I don't think we're ready for it. I don't think we need it yet.
You think it's 2020?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But I think we are going to get a smaller scale game, if you want to call it that. And I think something in the realm of Link's Awakening, or Link Between Worlds style.
We're for sure. Call us out if we're wrong. Come back to this video in a year if there's no Link's Awakening style game on the Switch.
We should get something. I can't imagine us not getting something in 2019.
I hope it's coming. So let's know what you want to see in 2019. Also, if you have other, like, if you want us to talk more about, like, what we think's coming in the next Zelda game, like, leave a comment. Well, we're starting to think about it because it's getting exciting. Just
almost 2019.
Yeah, well,
it might even be 2019.
It might be 2019. I don't know. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.